Welcome, everyone, to episode 42 of the Brewhouse podcast, a podcast between two brothers where we talk about gaming, tech, entertainment, and everything in between. This week, we're going to be going over a recap of the games we have played so far in January because, well, I'll say January is already over, but to me, it felt like a really long month. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I played a good bit of games, so that might be why.
Well, I mean, it had 4.5 weeks in it, so yeah.
Yeah. So, we're just going to be giving a recap, and we're also going to be starting our kind of challenge. I'm not sure if we're going to do every month, but where we're going to pick a game for each other to play the next month, over the next month or two, kind of go through it. And it'll more than likely be games that we were already going to play or we're going to play sometime in the future.
Or we should have played.
Yeah, or that we should have played by now. Yeah, so I guess I'll start things off. Like I said, I'm kicking this year off with a bang. I've played 3 of the From Software games, all in this month. So I guess I'll start with the first one I played. I started off with Bloodborne. Probably not the best choice because it made the next game really easy. But you had played Bloodborne last year, huh?
Yeah, I played it summer of last year.
Yeah. So we've gone over it. It was in your top 5 of the decade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was literally one outside of mine, which it easily could have replaced Sekiro, which I played in December. So 2 months, and I've played almost all of the up-to-date FromSoft games. So I freaking loved Bloodborne. It was amazing. I loved the RPG elements with all the different armor sets, aka Fashion Souls. One of the first games in a while that I actually felt the urge to platinum, and I did platinum it.
That was your second?
I don't know if that might have been my first game to platinum, honestly.
I'll check. Keep talking.
But yeah, the platinum was easy. You can easily do it in one playthrough. I don't think you can platinum Dark Souls 3 in one playthrough because there's like
Multiple
5 or
endings.
6 different covenants you have to do, and I don't know if you can do them all in one run. But yeah, Bloodborne was amazing. Out of all the From Software games I've played, Bloodborne might be the most difficult in a way. I think Sekiro is harder to learn, but once you learn it, the game becomes a lot easier.
It was your second platinum.
That was my second one. Was my first one.
Destiny 2.
Oh god, okay, yeah. But yeah, Sekiro is harder to get a hold of the mechanics, but once you do, it becomes I don't want to say easier because the last boss is one of the hardest bosses I've ever played, like I've ever fought. But Bloodborne was steadily more difficult throughout the entire game, except at the end. The final boss was a lot easier, and that was just a prop to the game because it prepared you so well for the last boss. And then the DLC was, you haven't played the DLC yet, which you need to. But
I need to go back to it.
The DLC was the best part of that game. The game was great without it, but the bosses in the DLC are some of the best bosses in gaming, in my opinion. So that was the first game I played.
Polish in it.
Yeah, I wish it could have been 60 FPS because it was only 30, and sometimes less than 30, depending on the boss you were fighting.
Yeah, was it? You would have rather did 60 frames per second or a constant stable 30.
Yeah, there's a boss in the DLC though, and when he does an attack, it was a slideshow. But I mean, it is what it is. That didn't take away from my enjoyment of the game. If it was, well, there is multiplayer, but if it was like a multiplayer game, a mainly multiplayer game, it would have bothered me because you want higher frame rates and stuff like that. But for single player games, really, 30 FPS is doable. So what was one of the games you played?
So I started off the year playing I finished Catherine Full Body this year, so I guess I'll say it started that. I mean, I've talked about this game before. It's great. It's definitely different than any other type of game. So it's pretty much a anime movie with relationship choices built around a Qbert game. And that's going to be on your list to play through once I fix your PlayStation. But you would want to play it just for, the story. The story
Yeah.
is worth it alone, just the choices and, the choosing between what is right and wrong and everything like that. And I'm not going to go too much into details. It's definitely probably, if I had to choose like top, it's probably my top 10 games of the decade.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Top 10. Yeah. I'll put it in there just because it's so different and it's
It's
Atlas. I
unique.
mean, it's unique. I mean, so you're thinking you have cutscenes that are, anime quality. So that Persona 5 cutscene, like that level of cutscenes, but even
Mhm.
like the in game like design and quality is so polished. And the game, as far as like the Cubert, like, every night you go have a nightmare and you got to climb up this wall and everything like that. The puzzle mechanic is fun,
Mhm.
but just, the choices and it's real life like scenarios. So it's very, very interesting. I love, just the whole aspect about it, and it's completely different than everything else I've ever played.
Mhm. Yeah, it definitely sounds unique from I know you've talked about it before on the
Mhm.
podcast, but yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that. Like I said, I think I said this on the podcast. I've definitely told you this is going to be the year of single player games for me.
Yeah,
I
I
need to
mean, it
catch up
seems
on
like
some
you're
games. I've played more single player games in this month than I did it all of last year.
well, you're
So,
getting to be what I've been doing. I don't really have a multiplayer game, a game like Destiny
mhm,
or WoW to take up 90% of my time, and I'm playing through like other like must plays,
mhm,
like AAA, like Sony AAA games during the during my time off or after I did my weekly challenges,
yeah,
which is kind of good because you'll get to experience more, and I think you'll enjoy video
mhm.
gaming more once you'll be able to clear through some of these must play games that are on your backlog.
Yeah. Well, I'm still playing multiplayer games. Like I still play Call of Duty every once in a while,
Yeah,
but
but I mean,
yeah.
how much do you have to play that on a weekly
Oh,
basis?
you don't have to. I just play it if like
Yeah.
buddies are on and
Oh yeah,
want to get
absolutely.
some
I
games
mean,
in.
there's always time for that because I mean, after you go and spend 30, 40 hours on a From Software game, you want to go play
You want to just
some
relax for a
games.
little bit.
You want to go and take a break.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's pretty much what I've been doing with my gaming so far this month is, I played a whole bunch of like tough game. Well, I can't really say tough games. I mean, I went, I platinum Jedi Fallen Order, then I played through Catherine. I'm not gonna platinum that just because it's ridiculous to go through. There's
Mhm.
like 8 different endings that you can get,
Mhm.
and each one is a trophy to get. So I'm not gonna do that. But then like I'll go play some like bullshit game just to get the trophy,
Yeah.
and I normally jump back and forth. It's very rare that I go from like 100-hour RPG that I'm getting the platinum on to
Yeah, you're going through like
something that's
a
super late.
Witcher or a Persona 5 or something like that. That'll
Yeah,
take.
I'm not gonna spend so much time in like Borderlands and jump into like
Yeah.
another long game.
Yeah. So, okay, you just said your second game, Fallen Order. You played
No, that
that.
I did that in December.
Oh, you did that in December. Okay. Well,
Yeah, I
what
platinumed
was
it.
another game you played? How many do you have for this month?
I mean notable games.
Yeah, like made like big, like bigger.
I'll say 3 because the
Okay,
last
I
one I
have three
consider a
also.
series. So the second, I had 2 bullshit, trophy games, Daggerhood and Foxyland. So I platinum both of those,
Mhm.
and
Never heard of either of those.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I got 4 platinums, platinum 2 games twice. So once on PlayStation 4, once on Vita,
Mhm.
and the longest one took me 31 minutes. So I don't consider that play a game. But the second game I played, which I still did in 10 hours, I still platinum in 10 hours, which is mainly just, collecting trophies, is Hellblade Sinu's Sacrifice, which is a game I will probably get you to play
Mhm.
just because it's heavy Norse mythology,
Oh,
and there's
yeah, I
actually
like that.
there's you saw the trailer for the second one
Mhm.
for Xbox. It's very good. It's a game that I would recommend playing with headphones though,
Okay. What's that?
because there's voices talking to you the entire time. It's about I want to say it deals with like depression and
Mhm.
stuff like that.
So headphones
And
are if you have like a nice surround sound system or something.
yes, something like that. Is something you definitely want to play and focus on. There is combat in the game, which
Mhm.
the combat's pretty underrated. Like it wasn't bad. It's I mean it's a third person action game.
Mhm.
There's puzzles and everything, not too difficult, but it took me longer because I was doing all the collectibles and that was the biggest trophy. But No, heavy Norse mythology. It's a very good, very intense game. But I mean, like I said, I platinumed the game in a day. I think the entire game's like a 4 or 5 hour playthrough if you just going through it.
Mm-hmm. No, if you just do the main story.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's very linear.
Okay.
It is linear. So I mean, you go to one area and then it gives you like 2 paths that you need to go to, and once you do those 2 paths, then it's back on a linear
Mm-hmm.
path. But no, I think that's probably on one of the games I'm going to recommend you play,
Mm-hmm.
just because I enjoyed it. I knew that it was good, and I mean, maybe if the second one ends up coming to PC or something like that, well, you'll be
It
able to
probably
play it.
will.
Well, you'll be able to play it on PC.
Yeah, I think majority of the Xbox games are going to be released on
Every
PC
X
also.
every Xbox game will
Mm.
be day and date on
Yeah.
the Xbox platform. But no, it was very good. If you haven't played it, it wasn't that much. I have a physical copy, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll be able to let you borrow it.
All right. So the second game I played, like I said, all mine are from software games.
Nothing
Next
wrong
game
with
I
that.
played was Dark Souls 1. And this is where I think I made the mistake of playing Bloodborne before Dark Souls 1.
Yeah.
Because Dark Souls 1 definitely had its challenges, but overall it was a walk in the park compared to Bloodborne. And it was still an amazing game. I could see, again, this is just from my perspective as playing other games later in, I guess, development cycles or development series. I can definitely see how it would have been difficult because it was the first one in the Dark Souls series.
Yeah, it came
The
out 4 years before Bloodborne, so
Yeah, and it was FromSoft's like third major game in that kind of
Mhm.
universe because the Demon Souls 1. There's a Demon Souls 2, right?
Yes.
I think there is, yeah. Um but it was still, I mean, I was playing the remaster, of course, on PC. So the game, it ran well. It definitely showed its age, its clunkiness, kind of, I guess you could say. With you like you're running by some rocks on the side, and your character clearly isn't touching the rocks, but you're still getting caught and just running in place, kind of thing.
Yeah, I saw you play some of it and it figured like it would aggravate me. That's why that is on my some of my games I need to play, but
Hmm.
I'm gonna wait and buy. There's a collector's edition for remaster for PlayStation 4
Yeah,
that comes with all three of them. So
it's
I need to bite the bullet and get that one.
it's fairly short, actually.
Hmm.
Well, okay, let me take that back. It's not short. It plays fast. It didn't feel like it took a long time for me to beat that game, which is good. There was definitely plenty of stuff to do on it. There's optional bosses. There's hidden things. There's armor everywhere. Which I liked. That was something I missed in Sekiro that I think they did on purpose for sure.
Right.
Um, but I think Dark Souls 3 does the best job of the armor system. Bloodborne is like up there too. But yeah, Dark Souls 1 was good. Has one of the most iconic fights in maybe all of gaming. If you
Which
play
one?
it, the Ornstein and Smo fight.
Yeah.
It's where with the shorter guy with the spear and then the big old boy with the big hammer.
Yeah.
That fight gave me trouble.
Boy.
Yeah, that fight was really good, and it was a gank fight done right, where
Mhm.
you walk in out of nowhere, and then there's two bosses instead of one.
Right there.
So yeah, so I thought that was really cool. That was probably, well, no, one of the fights from the DLC was my favorite. The DLC was very good in that game. It was short, but it was good.
That's why I'm gonna wait and get the remastered version because it comes with all the DLCs
Mhm.
for the games, for all three games.
Yeah, I think there's like 4 DLCs for the second one.
And I just whenever I have the money to buy it, I'm cleared off my backlog. I'm in no rush to play that until they
Mhm.
announce, like the next Soulsborne type game.
Elden Ring. They announced it already.
No, at the release date.
No, okay.
Yeah, Elden
So
Ring could be 4 years off for all we know.
yeah, I hope it's not, because after playing this, I haven't played the second one yet.
Yeah,
Um,
why'd you skip 1 to 3? To
1 to
spoil your
3.
third game.
Well, yeah. So that's the third game I'm playing currently, and I've almost beaten it. I
Mhm.
don't know the exact details, but the second one was like a different team did it or something. So the combat isn't even as good as it was in the first one. And it's in the same universe, but it's separate. Like there's nothing from the first game, like no characters or anything, I think, that are in the second game, but there's characters from the first game in the third one, if that makes sense. So like 1 to 3 is a direct storyline, not direct, but a more clear storyline. And I could be butchering this, I don't know. I've just heard people say that the second one is good, but out of the 3, it's probably, and I say, the worst, but it's still good. But I'm going to end up playing it because I want to play all of them. I don't know if I'm going to play Demon Souls. I might just like watch a playthrough.
Demon Souls is a completely different game.
Yeah, it's a completely different universe, and so yeah, I'm gonna play the second one eventually. I just don't know when. I think I need a break from soft games after this.
Yeah, and I think the game I'm going to choose for you to play is going to be a good break, good story, basically.
Yeah,
Good,
kind of a funner. Which I mean, I say that quote unquote fun because I freaking love the Dark Souls games and Bloodborne.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the third game I'm playing. Is Dark Souls 3. I've beaten the first DLC, Ashes of Ariandel, and I'm playing through. Or I'm gonna start the Ring City tonight, and then beat the game. I'm at the very last boss. But this game runs amazing. It looks amazing. It's more player friendly. So even small things like you can teleport to every bonfire in the game. In Dark Souls 1, you can't do that. So like you'll have to, if you want to get somewhere and there's a bonfire there, but you can't teleport there, you have to remember what bonfires are around it, teleport to that one, and then walk there again. So it's stuff like that. Yeah, I know that annoyed me. But if you think about when it came out and the time, that might have been on purpose. They might have not thought about it. But even stuff like in the bonfire menu, the Firelink Shrine, which is kind of like your home base, is at the bottom of every page. And then when you go back to the bonfire and Firelink Shrine and you want to travel, it'll automatically put the marker back at the place that you traveled from. So in case you need to go back there to progress through the story,
so you don't have to remember what the name is.
Yeah, it's small stuff like that I think this game does really well. I'm loving it so far. It's amazing. I definitely think it would have won Game of the Year if freaking somehow Overwatch didn't win it.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Amazing game. Highly recommend any of the FromSoft games if you haven't played them. So yeah, like I said, I've gone through those 3 games in 1 month pretty much. So
yeah, I've been going hard at it.
Yeah. So after this, I'll need a kind of a breather game, I guess you could say, which we'll get into at the end of this talk.
Well, yeah. Well, because there's another game that I might switch up. Well, no, you said you want to take a break because I have another game for you to play.
We'll talk about your third one, and then we can decide.
So the third game, I guess you could say a game that I'm playing is I'm playing the Telltale Walking Dead series.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm playing through all of them, and I
want to. That does like seasons, right?
Yeah. Well,
are seasons different games or?
Yes. So this consists. I started on I think like the 12th or 13th of January.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Walking Dead 1, season 1. Walking Dead season 2, which doesn't have a platinum, which is stupid.
Doesn't have a platinum?
No, I don't know why. It's the same exact trophy list pretty much as Walking Dead season 1.
Okay.
Walking Dead Michonne,
okay,
which is like a little spin-off, was only 3 episodes, but that helped fill in some gaps, I guess, from the comics where she was.
Mm-hmm.
Walking Dead season 4 or season 3, which is titled Walking Dead New Frontier. And then there's the Walking Dead final season, which remember was in development, and then Telltale
got shut down,
went bankrupt and shut down. And then I forget exactly who bought the rights and finished it. So I'm waiting to see the change of production. No, it's good. So you want me to go? Can I spoil this? Are you gonna play any of this?
No.
Okay. Walking Dead season 1, you play as Lee, taking care of Clementine. Lee dies at the end of season 1. Spoilers. Season 2, you play as I know. Season 2, you play as Clementine. And now what I like about these games is the choices that you make in each game are carried over to the next game. So
okay, that's nice.
The choices you make in season 1 are carried over to season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the choices that you made in season 3 are carried over into season 4. And somebody that I last saw in episode 3 of season 1, I just saw in episode 2 of the final season. So, like, I
Oh,
just
okay.
ran into him. And I had a feeling, like, once I saw that someone came back in the second season that I saw in the first season that I, like, lost track of, I was like, "Okay, well, this person that let go is gonna come back in the last season."
Mhm.
No, it's really good. I never watched the show, I never read the comics. It's good stories. I mean, The Walking Dead is one of the first Telltale, walking simulators, I guess you can call it.
Uh-huh.
And I played all the other ones. I've played the Batman ones, which are really good, which I think you should still play, just mainly for the story.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
the show was good actually, the Walking Dead show, up until like
yeah,
the 4th season, and then it seemed
yeah,
like
they should have limited it to like 6 seasons or something like
yeah,
that. They shouldn't have dragged it out
yeah.
and then make a spinoff about it. But I mean, Telltale's been pretty much been consistently good from the games I played. As far as this, the Batman, the Tales from the Borderland was really funny and good. The Game of Thrones was actually really good too.
I forgot they had a Game of Thrones one actually.
Yeah, I mean, if you want more Game of Thrones, that's the way to go because it it's in between. I forget which seasons it's in between, but like there's characters from the show in there, and you interact with them, and it's more that story. I want to say it's between maybe like 3 and 5 or something like that, or 5 and 6.
Mhm. Oh, I just realized this probably looks like I have a vape pen. It's a USB drive. I'm just fiddling around with it. So,
What do you think vape pens are? They are USB drives.
well, yeah, true, but
So no, I decided to play this because I saw the last season came out and I wanted something a little bit engaging, give me a story that doesn't work too hard on it.
yeah, and you had played all the other ones too, so you wanted to
Yeah,
see
and
how it
I've been
ends.
I had 1, 2 Michonne in like the first episode of New Frontier. So I mean, I ended up buying New Frontier the rest of the season for that, and then the final season. So I mean, it's good. It's worth a playthrough. And if you like Telltale, I definitely recommend getting
Mhm.
it. Now there is a collector's edition
Probably
that
comes with
I
all of them.
I bought on accident. Yes, but the thing is, it's all the game. Like people play these games for the story, but they mainly play it for the trophies.
Yeah,
So the collection is one trophy list.
is that good or bad?
That's bad. So
Because you
like
only get
how
one
I'm playing.
platinum.
Yes. You
Okay,
get one trophy. You beat this game. Oh, you get a trophy. You beat this game. You get a
so
trophy.
it's
You beat
probably
this
like
game.
a
You get a
gold
trophy.
trophy for beating the game, right?
Yeah. You get a gold trophy for beating the game. And I mean, it's nothing special. So
Yeah.
no, it was good. Sad Telltale. Well, I guess there's a new Telltale, but I don't really want them to go back to The Walking Dead. I would like to see. It sucks because I'd like to see like a season 3 of the Batman.
Mhm. Give us a Witcher Telltale game. That'd be badass.
Well, no. What they were supposed to do is they're supposed to be making a Telltale Stranger Things game.
See, I haven't watched Stranger Things, so
You
don't tell me to
really?
watch it. I don't have time.
What do you mean don't have time?
I don't have time. I'm gaming.
Oh, please. You need to watch that and you need to watch The Ranch. Those are the 2 shows I'll
Mhm.
tell you to watch.
All right, so that was our games. I think you've probably played, like you said, a couple smaller ones, but those are. I mean, for me, I've only been playing those. So and they were pretty time consuming. Like I said, I
Mhm.
100%ed Bloodborne. I probably almost 100%ed Dark Souls 1 as much as you could. I beat all the bosses and the DLC and got like I think almost all the armor
Right.
and weapons and everything. So we're gonna start doing, like I said, I don't know if we're gonna do it every month, but a little. It's not even a challenge, just a little segment where we give each other a game to play, and it's not gonna be like, oh, we give you this game, you have to play it and beat it, even if you don't like it. We're gonna pick games that
No,
we think the other person will like, or that we know they'll like, because they were gonna play them already.
it's
Um,
just,
and we haven't
oh,
played
I'm
them
going to
yet.
go play this game. You're going to get distracted by a game or something like that.
Yeah. So I think for me, Jonathan's gonna pick Spider-Man for PS4.
Mm.
Or what was the other one?
Final Fantasy 12.
Okay, if I play that one, I'm literally going to do the least. I've played that game before, though.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
Because the only extra stuff is stuff I'm not going to do.
I know. I'm just messing with you. I'm not
Okay.
going to make you play that game.
So,
It's
Spider-Man?
yeah, no, it's Spider-Man. That's a
Okay.
game that you need to play, and now is a good time to play it because coming out
Before Resident Evil 3.
So I have 3 games for you right now.
I have one
I think
for you right now.
it'll be I have you want to break from the Soulsborne game, so I have next month's game picked out for you already.
Okay.
No, it's February. Shit. Hold on.
So the game I'm gonna pick for you is Sekiro.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the whole play it for a couple hours. You are not gonna enjoy this game in the first 4 hours of it. I guarantee you.
Oh no. Well, this is a game that I was gonna spend a whole lot of time on.
Yeah. Because this game has 4 endings. And you have to do stuff, you have to do stuff before some stuff happens in the story to be able to get all the endings at the end. To do the thing where you create a save in the cloud and go back through, and you can do that. But there's items you have to get throughout the story to get all the separate endings. And one of the endings is like 6 hours before the other 3. So,
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 endings.
Yeah.
They're on the trophy list. Yeah, no, I think that I'm gonna go for the platinum on this one.
Yeah, I think it's very doable.
It's just the grinding at the end to level out the skill tree.
Yeah,
you gotta acquire all the skills.
Is it the skills or the prosthetics?
No, you gotta upgrade all prosthetic tools to their limit and acquire all skills.
Okay. I'm sure you can do it in one playthrough.
Acquire all ninjutsu techniques, acquire all prosthetic tools. Yeah, I mean, there's guides out there that's gonna tell me, hey, save it, create a cloud save at this point, and reload another one.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with it's the same thing you could do with Bloodborne,
yeah.
where you save and then you do an ending, then reload your save.
So yeah, those are the games we chose for each other. Like I said, it might not be every month because he has more games for me to play than I have for him to play. So
well, I play more games. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you for March. So you don't play it. Neo.
Okay.
And
I didn't get that on PlayStation Plus.
I have it for you.
Okay.
I have a physical version.
Okay.
Was that on PlayStation Plus?
It was. Yeah, I forgot to download it though.
Well, speaking, you should be able to.
No, you can't
log into my PlayStation.
No, I was about to say you can't go back and get it.
Well, you can log into my account and download it on yours.
Yeah. So speaking of which, PlayStation Plus for February is the freaking BioShock collection. So if you have that,
on your list too.
Yeah. So if you haven't played those games, you can literally go get 3 amazing games for free because it's the collection. It's 1, 2, and Infinite
for me to get it.
Yeah. So I was gonna play through those anyway. So that's literally, you see, he just has free games he can give me. This dude has played every game that I could think of. Well, I want to play on PlayStation. I can't play on PC.
I've been playing Destiny 2 for 6 years.
Yeah. Well,
I get bored easy. I need to sink my teeth. Well, I mean, I like RPGs. I like heavy games, and I'm always looking for the next thing. No, I'm surprised I lasted as long as it did. Not buying the BioShock collection. I've been looking at it for a long time, but I never bought the bullet, even though when it was on sale for like $20.
I have the freaking Uncharted series too. I haven't played. That's 3 more games for you to get for me, which was free.
I want to say you played through those, right?
I played through the first one and halfway through the second one. So we won't include the second one. So there's 3 and 4 for me to play.
Yeah, the second one and the third one are so good. The fourth is good too.
Does the collection that was on PS Plus come with the 4th one?
I have a physical copy of it.
Okay. So I'm good.
No, but no, it does not.
Doesn't, it's just the first 3.
The Nathan Drake collection comes with remastered versions of 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. Which that was free. It's still free. It'll be free until tomorrow night on PS
I'm
Plus.
surprised you didn't tell me to play Mass Effect or something like that.
Do you own Mass Effect?
I've never played it.
I haven't played the first one. I've only played the second and third one.
Oh, the first one's bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't make you play that. I'd probably make you play the second one. That one's good. Yeah. The third one was good too. I have well, I think I had the third one somewhere on Xbox 360.
Yeah, I'll probably play that on Steam. Because for some reason they don't have those on PlayStation.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyways,
I might have 2 or 3 on PlayStation 3, but no.
Anyways, guys, it's gonna wrap it up. We just want to do a quick recap on the games we played so far.
I think this will be a good episode to do, at the month, especially this week is a lull. There wasn't that much, PlayStation news or anything like that. Oh, one game we did not talk about that got delayed last week was Marvel's Avengers.
Yeah, which I'm not buying, so I might watch somebody stream it on Twitch. which is a shame because it has like amazing voice actors doing the game.
Yeah, but the graphics are shit, and it looks like it's just going to be QuickTime Event Central.
Yeah. It looks like a mobile game.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't. It looks like it's going to play like a mobile game. It doesn't look like one, but so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, we'll definitely be covering freaking. We'll be talking about the Clone Wars once that comes out, because that comes out in less than a month, like February 21st or something.
You saw Falcon and Winter Soldier comes out this
August.
fall. Yep, August.
It's earlier than I thought it was going to be.
Me too.
Which is good. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for all the Marvel shows to see how they do those.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen what we've gotten out of a Star Wars show, so we're expecting a whole lot more out of Marvel.
Well, we're expecting the Marvel series to be one long movie, just broken up.
Yeah.
Or at least I am. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up for episode 42. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and follow whatever platform you're listening on. We post these to all major podcast platforms as well as YouTube. So be sure to follow. Comment what games you've been playing recently, what games you're looking forward to. And what games
we should play.
Yeah, what games we should play. Because hit me up with recommendations for him, because I'm lost. And
I've played a lot. That's what we're going to talk about after the show. I'm going through games that I want to play that I haven't played yet to give you ideas.
He's going to need to give me
I just thought of like 3 more for you.
Okay, good. Because I'm lost. So anyways, guys, that was episode 42. We appreciate y'all watching. And until next time,
keep gaming.
And we will see y'all later. Peace.